You know, when you have a child and something is not just right, you will know. That mom instinct will definitely tell you. Maybe you have a child who doesn't talk as much as other children, or they avoid eye contact. You know, there's just something that you've noticed, but you can't just place it. You can't just explain what exactly it is, but you know your gut is not lying to you. You just know that something is different, something is not right, something is missing somewhere. So today, let's talk about when to trust your gut about a developmental delay, and why that little voice inside you might be the most important one of all. You know those well-meaning comments, "Oh, don't worry, they will outgrow it. My cousin didn't talk until he was 4. Sounds familiar, right? It's comforting at first, until that thing that you can't explain inside of you, until that feeling comes or it lingers. No one knows your child more than you. You've watched them grow, so only you can tell or understand your child better. And that is your instinct. You know, it is not anxiety, but information. So here is where early intervention comes in. It's about opening doors sooner. Research shows that kids who get support early often make leaps that change their whole future. And I want to say that it is so easy to notice when something is not right. Sometimes it could just be you noticing a pattern. For example, they used to say words, but now they don't. They used to say a few words and all of a sudden it just stops. It just won't come. They don't say those words anymore. They don't even say any single words at all. Or maybe all of a sudden they avoid eye contact. You're calling them, they're not responding. You know, you're trying to talk to them, they're not even paying attention. And this is something that has never happened before. So if you're so observant, you will easily spot all of these things. You will know the moment it begins to happen or the moment it happens. They are tiny signs, but together they tell a story. And you being able to spot all of these tiny signs early would help your child in the long run. You know, it will help you get the right support you need for your child. Now you want to ask yourself, what is my gut trying to protect? If I stay longer, will I regret waiting? What's the worst that could happen if I get an evaluation or if my child gets an evaluation? You know, checking doesn't mean that something is wrong with your child. It just simply means that I love you so much and I want to be sure that nothing is wrong. So what do you do next? Get a journal, you know, write down what you've noticed and when. And the next thing you want to do is, you know, speak to a pediatrician. If something still feels wrong or they feel something is wrong, ask for a developmental screening or early intervention referral. You don't need permission to ask questions. All you need is persistence, okay? And if someone brushes you off, find another opinion, because your child only gets these early years once. I want you to remember that no one ever regrets seeking help early. They only regret waiting. So if you're wondering whether to trust your guts, always remember that early intervention is very important and it's key because it opens doors. Until next time, bye!